Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 20th of January 2019. We're going to reflect on John 2, 1 to 11. Listen. On the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what concern is that to you and to me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now, standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, "Fill the jars with water," and they filled them up to the brim. He said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the chief steward." So they took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it had come from, that the servants who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine after the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now." Jesus did this, the first of his signs in Cana of Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. The gospel of the Lord. This is such a simple and beautiful story of grace. There is a wedding feast, and they've run out of wine, and all they had left was water, but it was enough for God to work a miracle. That is all that God really needs to work miracles, if we make the little that we have available to him. Now, only God can do God things, and a miracle is a God thing. There are many things that we might want to do but cannot, because it is beyond the power of human nature. However, if God intervenes, he can make the impossible possible. Doesn't Jesus say, "With God all things are possible"? It is a very important lesson to learn that I am not God, and that there are many things in my life that are beyond my control and require a miracle. God becomes God in my life the moment I try to get out of the way and stop trying to play God. Notice in today's gospel that Mary didn't dare attempt to go the miracle route by herself. I think of Mary as constantly living with mystery. In other words, she may not have fully grasped the full implications of where life was leading her. She just kept repeating her yes, and then she left the rest to God. This was her prayer from the time of the Annunciation, on the road to Egypt, at Cana, and on Calvary. She simply did what God told her to do, and her advice to us was as simple: do whatever he tells you. I remember the early years after I returned to God. I was like a rocket being shot out into space, hurtling forward at tremendous speed. People marveled at how quickly I was growing spiritually, but there was no mystery to it. It was simply obedience and trust on my part. I showed my willingness to fly, and God provided the rocket fuel. That's how it works. Original sin was one of disobedience, and total obedience is the only antidote for that. Jesus would later say, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments, and I will ask the Father, and he will give you another counselor to be with you forever." If we love God, we will obey him. We will provide the water, and God will turn that water into wine. So, do whatever he tells you today.